Namaste, welcome everyone. Welcome. Let's make sure you have everything that you need for your practice. If you need a block or a folded blanket to sit on, have one available so that you can lift your spine. So essentially, if your knees are quite high up because your hip flexors are tight, sitting on a block or a blanket or a cushion will help to give you more openness in the hip flexors because it will lift your spine out of your pelvis. And then you can have your knees slightly either parallel to your hips or slightly lower. So you might need to have quite a high seat in order to have your knees lower than your hip flexors. Perhaps having a block or something that you can reach out for to find stability and balance would be supportive today. So let's come into our Sukhasana, easy seat. The mudra that we're going to adopt today is Hridaya Mudra, opening the heart chakra mudra. So we do this by taking the thumb, taking the index finger and curling it to the base of the thumb. And then bring the tip of your middle finger and the tip of your ring fingers to your thumb. Little finger gently curled. So it looks like eyes into the heart. So index finger curled into the base of your thumb. Bring the tips of your middle and ring fingers to touch the tip of your thumb. Little fingers extended. Place your hands on your knees or thighs, palms face up. Our practice today is love is love. We have just arrived in the month of June, which is Pride Month. So this practice is dedicated and in honor of our LGBTQI plus family, friends, and to all of the allies. And so this month, thinking about how we can celebrate the diversity of love and how it is expressed and in relationship that it is expressed, so that we can embrace all forms of love between all peoples. Closing your eyes, perhaps visualizing at your heart a rainbow. We'll be working with our Untitled Chakra, the heart center. So our practice will be uplifting, joyful, loving. Our mantra is Aham Prema, I am love. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. I am love. Love is paramount. Love is love. I have the right to love and be loved. I am loving and loved in return. Let's chant our mantra 3 times and then open by chanting Om. And for your Om, let's offer it up to our community, to those who love, those who perhaps struggle to be able to express their love because of the boundaries or containment or fear of others. Let's unite our hearts in love. Inhale to prepare. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Om, Om, Om. Aham Prema. Hands to your heart. And let's bring them in Anjali Mudra. So palms softly parted, tips of your fingers and the edges of your hands touching. So it looks like a little bud, the seed of love, planting it here in our hearts. Namaste, welcome, Assalamu alaikum, Sasriyakal, Shalom. Welcome, 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 one and all. Opening your eyes. Let's open our fingers into Padma Mudra. So part the middle fingers, opening up your palm so it looks like the lotus flower. Gaze into it and send love to those who are special to you in your life, your LGBTQI plus family, friends, partners. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, blow the breath of love into the palm. And then open your palms so that the hands are flat. The little finger side is connected. This is Pushpanjali Mudra. And then blow your kiss to your family and friends. Sending them your love. Welcoming and embracing their love. Place your hands behind you on the earth. Bring your little fingers together. Draw your heart, your shoulder blades together. Open across your heart. Lift your gaze up towards the sky. Open heart here. And perhaps across the heart, you visualize a rainbow. Breathing into your heart, drawing your shoulder blades even closer, opening your heart, Aham Prema, lifting your gaze up towards the sky, connecting with the joyfulness of love, the empathic, compassionate aspect of love. How love brings us together. One more breath here into the heart space. Perhaps you travel the rainbow and reach that pot of gold. Move your right hand over, reach up and over, bring your hand into Haridya Mudra over to the right. Breathe into the side body here. As you exhale, reach through center, coming over to the left. Again, bringing your right hand into Haridya Mudra. Through center, all the way over. Let's go 3 times in both directions. Moving with your breath. And then we're going to finish over to the right, to the left, sorry, with the right arm up and over. And then back to center, open out your arms, bring your hands into your Haridya Mudra. Lift your gaze. As you exhale, bring your fingertips together, open your hands into your Padma Mudra, and then let's lotus prayer wheel all the way back to the heart in Anjali. Open out your arms, lifting them up. Bring the fingertips together, heels of the hands in Padma, and then lotus prayer wheel all the way back to your heart in Anjali. Last time, open up. Lift your gaze, bring the fingertips together. Open the hands by bringing the heels of the hands together in Padma Lotus. And then prayer wheel all the way back to the heart, filling your heart with the seed of love. One breath here. Exhale over to the right, right hand behind. Look over your shoulder. Breathe in to all the spaces where you want to create an expansion of love. Bring a smile to your face. Inhale through center, exhale over to the left. Again, opening through the heart. Breathing into this rainbow that you've created. Inhale back to center by reaching your arms up, and then lotus hands, prayer wheel back to the heart to close this sequence. Take a moment here. Let's bring the soles of our feet together in butterfly, Decolonising. You might want to lift off your seat for this. And we're going to flutter our wings of love, open and close here. This is also known as Parvatiyasana. Parvatiyasana. So we're working with the element of air. Air is connected, Vayu is connected to the heart. So as we blow kisses through the air, as we flutter our wings here, the heart wings symbolized by our legs here. Again, connect with your mantra, Aham Prema. Who is it that you love? Who do you want to embrace with your love? Knowing that this is the human right for all to love and to be loved by whomever we choose. Coming back to stillness. Extend that left leg long, cross the right leg up and over that left. Hug in that knee. We're going to move into Marichyasana. So hug in that left knee. You can bring your hands into your left hand into your Hridaya Mudra. Gaze over your right shoulder. If you wish, you can take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Keep that left foot flexed. Turn to look over your shoulder. Breathe into the heart. Aham Prema. One more breath here. Inhale, turn to center. Release the hands, counter twist over to the left. Take a moment here. Back to center, uncross this leg. Let's place that right foot on the earth. So it's next to the left knee. Take your left hand behind you. Inhale, right hand on your heart and lift up your seat. Come onto the ball of your right foot. The sole of your left foot is connected. Open up your heart towards the sky. Perhaps you reach behind you with your Hridaya Mudra, Chamatkarasana, wild thing variation. Exhale, right hand to the heart. Release your sit bones back to the earth. Take a moment here. Let's bring the left foot back to connect with the right foot in Decolonising. And we're going to flutter our wings of love. You can have your fingers interlaced between your toes. You can have them on your ankles. And we'll work this. Remember that the gift of love is a sacred gift. It is the very essence of who we are. And it is the most sacred and precious gift that we can give to one another. Release that right leg long. Take a moment. Bring that left foot over the right leg. Flex the right foot. Hug in this left knee with the right arm. Bring your right hand into your Hridaya Mudra. Left hand behind. Gaze over your left shoulder. So you're hugging in your left leg, or you can take your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Gazing over your shoulder, breathing into the heart here. So imagine that your heart is flowering open with each in-breath. Perhaps each in-breath is traveling the rainbow. Take a moment here. Inhale back to center. Follow around with your arms. Counter twist to the right. And then let's uncross this left leg. Bring the right hand to the earth, left hand onto your heart. You can have your hand in your Haridya Mudra. As you inhale, we're going to lift up and bring the right foot to the earth. And then we can reach up and we're going to do it the other way. Sorry, we would have the right hand on the heart. Come onto the ball of the left foot. So right hand on the heart, left hand on the earth, my friends. Reach up and over. Otherwise, you won't be able to balance very well. One more breath. Exhale, right hand to the heart. Release the sit bones back to the earth. Bring your feet back into Baddha Konasana here. Lift your crown. Draw your shoulder blades together. Open your heart. And as you exhale, let's reach forward. Maintain a long spine here. Cast your gaze just ahead of you on the earth. Breathe into the wings of your heart, your shoulder blades here, to the back of your heart. One more breath here. And then let's inhale, come back up, slowly cross your legs. We're going to move into Gomukhasana, cow pose here. Open out your arms wide, palms facing up. Take a moment there. Inhale to reach up. As you exhale, we're going to bring the right hand to the heart and reach behind with this left arm to take hold, to place our hand on the back of our heart. So you have your left hand, doesn't matter where it is, it can be on your lower back, it can be reaching up. Find a space where you can rest your left hand. Your right hand is on the heart. So it's almost as if you're holding your heart together here. Take a moment here. Aham Prema. Connect with the sensation of love and compassion, the gateway to human connection. And now reach up with your right hand and perhaps you take it behind you to take hold of your left fingertips or your t-shirt. Right elbow reaching up, left elbow tucked into the side of your rib cage there. Left hand behind you, palm is faced out. The right hand palm is facing towards the back so that you can interlace or reach towards the fingers of the opposite hand. One breath here. Let's release that right hand to the sky. Bring the right hand back to the heart. Take a moment here. And then with care, we're going to release this left arm. Take a moment and reach up. Reach up with the right arm again. Take a moment here. In this sort of ujjayi, this ujjayi breath at the back of the throat, and this symbol of jai, celebration of victory. And now let's bring the left hand to the heart. Let's take this right hand behind us and reach towards the back. And it might land in a very different place to where your left hand was. And perhaps you work it slowly, so you're bringing that left elbow closer in towards your ribs. Stay there for a few moments, Aham Prema. And then when you're ready, reach up with your left arm and reach behind your shoulders. Now, you may not be able to connect because it might feel very different on this side. So take hold of your t-shirt. Left elbow reaching up. So depending on whether you're right or left-handed, that can affect the distance. Because if you're right-handed, the muscles on that side tend to be a little bit bigger. One more breath here. And then let's release the hand, the left hand back to the heart. Reach up with the right hand, both hands together, creating this V shape of joyfulness. Exhale, hands to the earth. Come onto your knees. We're going to move into Ustrasana, camel pose. So you might need to create some padding here underneath your knees or the inside of your ankles, yogi's choice here. Bring your hands in your Anjali Mudra, the seed of love, to plant at your heart. Take a moment here. Open the hands into your Padma, your lotus flower blossoming. As you exhale, release love into your palms. Bring your hands into Pushpanjali, palms flat facing up, little finger side all touching. And then blow your kiss through the air of love to all those that you want to embrace in your love. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to the lower back, just above the sacrum. Rest your heels on that, the boniest part, the broadest part of your sacrum. Draw your shoulder blades together. Draw the elbows towards each other. Zip in here. So squeeze the center of your pelvis. Draw your belly button, navel towards the spine. Lift your gaze. And then when you're ready, your toes can be tucked or untucked. We're going to reach behind with the right fingertips. Leave the left hand on the lower back for the moment. If this feels comfortable for you and accessible, then you may explore taking the left fingertips back. Keep pushing the hips and pelvis forward. Keep drawing the shoulder blades together. Open the heart. Broaden across the collarbone as if you have a rainbow across your chest here. Lift your gaze. Bring a smile to your face. One more breath here. Celebrating all those who love one another, who share in love, who embrace in love, who are courageous and brave in love. And if you have your left hand on your lower back, bring your right hand to your lower back so that you may swap hands and bring your left fingertips to your heels or towards your heels. Wherever you are, remember to support your lower back as you transition. One more full breath into your heart. And then when you're ready, releasing both hands to your lower back and then moving with great care here, mindfulness, to protect your lower back. Let's bring our hands onto the earth. Let's bring our eyebrows center onto the earth. You can come into child's pose here by taking your sit bones back, or you can come into hare pose by bringing the top of your head, your crown, to lightly touch the earth. And then you can wrap your fingers around your heels. You're not putting any weight onto the top of your head here. Dome and round through the back of the heart in Shashangasana, hare pose, or you'll be in child's pose here. Breathe into the back of the heart space here. Explore all of the pathways, the tributaries of the heart through which love, compassion, empathy, joy flow. The heart chakra anahata is connected to the element of air, vayu. It's also connected to the tanmatra, the sense of touch, sparsha. So feeling touched. When we convey our love and share our love, we often express it through the sense of touch. Our embraces, our kisses, our hand holding, our love making. Release your hands, bring them onto the earth, and then walk your hands slightly away, coming onto your forearms. Walk your knees so that they're underneath your hips. We're going to come into heart melting pose, Anahatasana. So reach out with your hands so that you have a gentle dip in your lower back. If that feels too intense, you can keep one arm folded, or you can bring your elbows closer. Draw in the navel towards the spine here. You should feel a stretch underneath the armpit of the arm that is extended. If you have both arms extended, you will feel extension on the sides, both sides of your rib cage. Expanding here. Expanding your rib cage here, filling the lungs, breathing into the back of the heart space. Anahatasana, melting heart. If you have one arm folded, fold the opposite arm and then extend the arm that was folded. Aham Prema. So the deities most associated with love is Hanuman. Hanuman, who opens his heart as a devotee of Ram, and of Lakshmi, who is the deity of abundance. So abundance, devotion, faith, the qualities of the heart. The Anahata, lotus of the Anahata has 12 petals. And each petal of the lotus flower connects to an expression of love. Love is at the very heart. Let's come back from our Anahatasana by inhaling, folding in both arms or walking our hands back towards us and rising up into table Marichyasana. Inhale, let's do cat-cow cycles here, flowing through the length of the spine, breathing into the heart, exhaling from the heart. And here, let's imagine that you are creating a rainbow with your spine. The rainbow and then the pot of gold. So when you dip your lower back, the pot of gold, and then when you round through the rainbow itself, breathe like this for a few cycles. Imagine this pot of gold that is attainable for all of us. That is our right to attain. This gold isn't a material object. This is the shining glory of love, of human connection, of bonds between us, beyond the physical form. This is a love that is not bound. It is boundless, without limits, limitless. Beyond our human comprehension, our human categorization. This gateway into all expressions of love. Let's come back to neutral spine here. Take a moment and then let's tuck the toes. Inhale, lift the tailbone. and come into Padma mountain pose. Walk your feet here. And we're going to come into flows here, Shakti flow. So as you exhale, come forward into plank and then back into mountain. And here you can bend into your knees as if you're creating a wheel. So take any variation of Shakti flows. We all move in very different ways. What you're doing here with this churning, with this motion, you're circulating the air, you're creating movement in the air around you. The element of air helps to expand the heart so that we can move forward, so that we can connect. Just think about how the air around us connects all of us through its sort of invisible qualities, yet it is present. This is the connection between one human and another human, between one person and another person. Air is not bound up by any form. And then when you come to stillness in your mountain, take a moment here. We're going to move from mountain into Ashtangasana. So drop the knees here, untuck the toes, bend the elbows in towards you, lift the tailbone, so you dip your lower back, and then bring your heart and chin to the earth. This is Ashtangasana. 8-limbed pose, 8 points of connection with the earth. Slide your knees away. Bring your abdomen to the earth here. Tuck your elbows into the sides. Press into your big toes. Inhale to rise in Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale to flow to the earth. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, flow to the earth. One more time, inhale to rise up, exhale, flow to the earth. Take a moment here. We're going to move into bow pose, Dhanurasana. Bend into your right knee. Reach back with your right hand towards your right foot. Now you may connect with the foot here, or you may be reaching back. You may want to use a belt here. Yogi's choice. Take a moment here. And then let's lift the head and lift that right knee. So we keep the left side on the earth for the moment. We're just going to lift the right side. And then lower. Release that foot. Bring the right hand back next to your shoulder. Bend into the left foot. And again, reach back with the left hand. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift your gaze. Lift that left knee slightly. There might be a big lift or a gentle lift. And then let's release that foot, coming back to the earth. Now we're going to see if we can move into Dhanurasana. Bend into your knees, lift your toes. Lift your head here, just for a moment. Keep your hands on the earth. So lift your head, lift your gaze, lift your heart. Exhale, lower your head. Keep those feet lifted. Now reach back for your feet. When you're ready, my friends, inhale, lift your knees, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Imagine that you are pulling your feet towards your hands, pushing your feet into your hands and then pulling your hands towards your body so that there's friction between the hands and the feet. We're all going to look very different in our Dhanurasana bow pose. Breathing here. There'll be some gentle rocking. And then 3 breaths. Before you release everything back down to the earth, move very slowly here. Place your hands underneath your eyebrow center. One hand on top of the other, elbows as wide as your mat. Take a moment to rest here. to neutralize the spine. Marichyasana, crocodile pose. Keep breathing into the back of the heart space here. Aham Prema. Love is love. I am love. Lift your gaze, come onto your elbows here. Take your hands into Padma Mudra. Actually, let's start with Anjali. So fingertips connected, palms gently parted, and place your hands, the wrists of your hand, the back of your head. So your eyebrow center is rested on the earth. You can place a blanket underneath your eyebrow center here. Now open your hands into Padma at the back of your head. Close into Anjali. Open into Padma. And now as you close into Anjali, extend your arms long. So coming into a pranam. Arms reaching forward, hands together in Anjali with your palms softly parted. Extend your body as if you were a vessel here or an arrow. And now as you exhale, bring the hands in Padma to the back of the head. And soften through your body. Exhaling. You're going to soften. Inhaling, reach your hands forward in Anjali Mudra. The arrow. The bow of Cupid. A bow and arrow of Cupid reaching for our loved one's heart. And then exhaling, soften by bringing your Padma flower back to the back of your head, softening here. Last time, Anjali Mudra. Hug your muscles in towards your bones. Press into your big toes, reach through your hands so that you are active and dynamic arrow here. Draw your navel to the spine. As you exhale, soften by bringing your hands in Padma to the back of your head. Beautiful practice. Slide your hands alongside your shoulders. Lift up, tuck your toes, rise up into Parvatasana, mountain pose. Take a full breath into the heart, the front of the heart, the back of the heart. Bring the left knee down, step forward with the right foot. Inhale, Padma to the heart. Take a moment here. Your heart is full. Reach behind you, interlace all your fingers. Draw your hands down towards the earth. Sink into the right hip. Shoulder blades are coming together. Open across your heart. Broaden your collarbones. Create this rainbow here from shoulder to shoulder across the heart. Lift your gaze. Breathing here. Now you can stay here, yogis, or you can tuck your toes and lift that left knee off the earth. See what you want to do. Keep that left knee on the earth or tuck your toes and lift the left knee here. One breath here, whichever variation you're in. And then let's release our hands, coming back into Padma. Drop the left knee back to the earth. Inhale to reach up. Padma above the crown. Again, yogi's choice. If you wish to balance here, lift that left knee up. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart in Anjali. Take a moment here. To the earth. To the earth, lift that left knee and step forward into forward fold. Oh, and then walk your legs here. Reach behind you, interlace your fingers, hands reaching up. As you exhale, bend into your knees. We're going to move through chair pose. Our hands are bound behind us. So sit back here. Imagine you have a block between your thighs. Your toes are pointing forward. Your heart is open, shoulder blades together. Gaze is parallel to the horizon, perhaps here. One breath here. Release your hands. Rise up with Padma towards the sky. Exhale, Anjali to the heart. Take a full breath here. So we're at the top of our mat, and then we're going to continue with our flow from here. So we're going to go back to where we were. Anjali at the heart. Inhale, hands rise up in Padma. Exhale, let's reach behind, interlace your fingers, bend into your knees, coming back into chair pose, Utkatasana. So bend into your knees. Perhaps you lift your toes so that the mounds of your feet, your big toe and little toe are connected. The inner heel, the outer heel are connected. And those are the four corners of your feet. Your toes, you can lift up in a little smile here. Shoulder blades together, heart open. One breath more. Exhale, forward fold. Hands reach up and over behind you. Exhale, release your hands to the earth. We're going to step back with the right leg. Bring the right knee to the earth. Untuck your toes. Inhale, Padma to the heart. Let's drop into that left hip here. Take a moment here. And then reach behind you, interlace your hands. Draw your shoulder blades together, open the heart, lift your gaze. You can stay here, or you have the option of rising with the right knee. Hug the muscles of the legs in here. Reach back through that right heel if your right knee is lifted. One more breath here. Then exhale, right knee to the earth. Release your hands. Bring your hands into Anjali at the heart. Inhale to rise up with your Padma to the sky. The lotus flower up towards the sky. And when you're ready, yogis, if you wish, you may lift that right knee. Exhaling when you're ready, hands in Anjali to the heart, right knee back to the earth. Take a moment here. Bring your hands to the earth. Lift that right knee. Let's step forward with the right foot to meet the left. Forward fold here. Inhale, reach your hands behind you, interlace them, or perhaps take hold of opposite elbows. Should have offered you that much earlier, my friends, my beautiful yogins. As we exhale, bend into your knees, thread your heart through so you come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend into your knees, reaching back through your hands. One more breath here. Aham Prema. Release your hands. Bring them into Anjali at the heart and then rise up with Padma to the sky. Exhale, hands in Anjali back to the heart. Take a moment there. Full breath here. I give and receive love openly. Love is love. I am not contained or restricted or limited by the definitions that others place on me, or how others define what love is, or how it looks, or how we manifest it, or to whom we manifest it. I am joyful in my expressions of love. From here, we're going to move into breath of joy. So we'll come into angel pose and then we'll move into breath of joy. So as you exhale, take the left hand behind you, open out your hands behind you. So come into your Hridaya Mudra, curling the thumb, index to the base of the thumb, middle and ring fingers connect with the thumb. And then as you exhale, reach behind you. Those right toes can stay on the earth or they can be lifted. What you want to create here is a sensation of wings opening. So broaden across the heart, draw the shoulder blades in together. So this is our sort of gentle balance here. And then from here, inhale, bring the right knee up, reach up with your hands to create a V. Exhale to reach behind you. So we'll do that 3 times on this side. That was just a practice go, and then we're going to do the same on the other side. So let's start. As you inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach behind you. Inhaling to rise. Exhaling to flow back, flying through the air. And then once you've done your 3 rounds here, keep that right foot behind, reaching back with your hands. And then when you're ready, bring that right foot down, hands back to the heart. Let's go the other way. So left leg behind you. Again, you can keep those toes on the earth, or you can lift them. So starting here, inhale to rise up. Exhale to fly. Inhale to rise with joy. Exhale to fly. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fly. Let's pause here after our round of 3. And then hands in Anjali to the heart. Bring the left foot to the earth. Take a moment here. Notice how your breath is flowing. The petals of the heart, the lotus, as if a breeze is flowing by. We're going to move into Natarajasana, but before we do that, I'm going to come to the middle of the mat and invite you to join me in the middle of the mat. If you have lots of space at the top of your mat, you can stay there. We're going to move into what we call heart tapping. And this involves us tapping our heart. And as we inhale, we'll be moving. So I'm going to guide you through. This heart tapping is to stimulate the heart chakra, the Anahata chakra. And Aham Prema, you can chant Aham Prema, or you can focus solely on your breath. So let's start with the left hand on the heart. So inhale right, exhale center, inhale left. So inhaling one way, inhaling right, exhaling left. So see how that's going for you. And you might need to focus on the inhale to the right. And if you've got lots of space, you can create these very large movements. I don't have very much space, so I'm going to have to pat your heart gently. You're not like going to thump your heart really hard. So it's just some gentle patting. And this is for stimulating the thymus gland. It's for releasing these feel-good, generating these feel-good feelings, full of love, full of joy. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. See how joyful you feel. This is so liberating, feeling the air move around us. 3 more in both directions. depending on how much space you've got, is how much you can extend your arms here. And then slowing down gradually back to center, both hands on your heart. Create your Padma, your lotus flower. As you exhale, blow love, a kiss of love into the palms. Open out your palms in Pushpanjali and then send a kiss to your loved one, whoever that may be. Whatever kind of love you feel and experience. Love is love. One breath here. Now, my friends, we're going to move into our balance. So, yogins, let's start by coming into tree pose, and then we'll move from there. We're going to move into Nathrajasana, the Lord of the Dance. So, find your Tadasana, your balance. Feet hip distance wide, perhaps. Spread out your toes. Place them on the earth one by one. Press into the big toe mound and the inner heel. Press into the little toe mound and the outer heel so that you can feel all four corners of your feet connected with the earth. Shift the weight into the left leg. Peel the right foot off the earth. You can bring that right heel to the left ankle, higher up, just below the knee, or on the thigh, tucked into the groin. Yogi's choice. Come into your Padma. Let's move into Haridya. So tuck in the index finger to the base of the thumb. Bring the middle and the ring to touch the thumb and then open out your arms wide. Or you can stay in your Padma if you wish. That's easy transition. But having the arms open wide can help us feel more balanced. Lift your heart. Visualize that your either end of the rainbow is in your hands here. This rainbow of love. The diversity of love. Embracing all qualities, all peoples, all forms, all expressions of love. From here, we're going to move into Nathrajasana. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see how I'm going to do this. So staying balanced in that left leg. Have a soft bend in that left knee. As you exhale, bring your arms down to your heart. And then reach back with that right foot. Bend into that right knee. Lean forward as you do this with your crown reaching forward. Now you can stay here. Or you can reach back with your right hand to take hold of your left foot. You can be in different places here. So you could be reaching back. You could be fairly upright. Let me just find my balance again. You can be a little bit forward. You can be very forward. Hey, be very forward. Very appropriate for our theme today. Be as forward as you like. And then with your left hand, you can reach forward with your Haridya Mudra when you're balanced. Play around here. If you fall in and out, never mind. We have plenty of time to practice. So from your Marichyasana tree pose, remember to find something on the horizon that's not going to move. Your hands are in Haridya Mudra. You can bring your hands to your heart and bend into your right knee. And then your choice is to reach back for that right foot. And then you can begin to lean forward, extend that left arm. One more breath here, one more practice, one more play, wherever you are. And then let's come back down to the earth. Move slowly, gracefully, mindfully. And then let's all recenter ourselves back into Tadasana, standing mountain. Important to reground through the feet. Find your foundations first. Through the four corners of your feet. Hug the shins, outside of the shins in towards the center. Soften your knees. Imagine that you're turning the inside of your thighs to the back. So this kind of brings in this sensation of hugging everything into the middle. Squeeze your pelvis. Inhale your navel back towards the spine. Knit in your ribs. So you'll create this very solid tree trunk. Bless you, Pepper. It's gorgeous puppy. He's my love. Nobody judge me for how much I love my dog. And then we're going to move into our tree pose. So shift the weight into your right leg, left heel can come on the ankle, wherever you want it to be, wherever feels steady and balanced for you. And then when we reach our arms open, we can come into Haritya Mudra and open out your arms. You can open them wide. Open across the heart by drawing the shoulder blades together. Gaze into the horizon. This tree, with all its leaves, with all its roots, all its branches, they're all so individual, so different. So when you're ready, bring your hands back towards your heart in your Haritya Mudra. Release your foot from wherever it is and reach it behind and bend into that left knee. Begin to reach forward with your heart. You can reach back for your left foot, perhaps taking the inside, the big toe side of your foot or the top of your foot here. Have a soft bend in that right knee. And then when you're ready, you can release that right arm forward. And remember, if you fall, that's okay. We're all in completely different places. Our bodies are different. Our expressions of the self is different. How we move through life is different. We are individuals. We are unique in our expressions of self, in our expressions of love. Love is love. We are who we are. And I'm going to be joyful in my expression of self, especially when others try to box me into binaries, to telling me who I can love and who I can't love. Wherever you are finding your balance, playing around here in your Natarajasana, Lord of the Dance. And then let's return back to center. Release that left foot. Take a moment, shake it out, shimmy it out. I'm going to come down to the earth. So, my friends, you can make your way to the earth however you want. Yeah, you could just shimmy, shimmy, shimmy all the way to the earth. You can limber all the way to the earth, whatever you want. Your expression, find your expression of who you are. Ain't nobody telling you how to show up on your yoga mat. You decide how you show up on your yoga mat. And you decide how your practice looks and feels for you. So I'm just going to maintain this feel-good vibe, this joyful love that we have. Let's come back into our heart space, come back into our loving heart. Our Untitled Chakra. It's full of love for self, for others, full of joy. It's a sort of expansive heart. Your Haritya Mudra, index finger to the base of the thumb, middle and ring touching the thumb. Open your heart. Lift your crown. We'll close by chanting Aham Prema. And we'll do that breath of love, that kiss of love into the mudra, into Lord Padma, and then release it through Pushpanjali mudra. Inhale to prepare. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Aham Prema, hands in lotus. As you exhale, blow the kiss of love into the palms. Bring your palms open like a book here, Pushpanjali mudra, and then send your kiss of love to your loved one. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Love is love. Let's celebrate LGBTQI plus month full of pride. So I'm going to theme my yoga practice this whole month around pride. So come and join me again next time. We're going to just celebrate this entire month. It's going to be upbeat. It's going to be fun. It's going to be joyful. It's going to be love, 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 love. Thank you, my beautifuls, for joining me.